illegal vote.
Well, I just think we have to be very clear. She's charging, the other side is welcoming fraud and welcoming illegal voting. Unless she has more details to back that up, I can't in good countenance continue showing you this.
Well, that was Fox News' Neil Cavuto cutting into a press conference with White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany earlier this week. And Fox has continued to get heat from its conservative audience for calling Arizona so quickly in the election. Just some food for thought for this week's The Interview. I'm joined by host of No Spin News, who also recently released a new book, Killing Crazy Horse, and good friend of mine, Bill O'Reilly. Bill, we'll get to the book in a second, but what's going on? Fox is having a hard time with some viewers lately. It looks like CNN, I believe, beat them for the first time in a couple of weeks. Some news organizations like OAN and Newsmax are claiming that they've had their best 2 weeks in their history. What do you think?
Well, BillO'Reilly.com, we've gotten about 5,000 new subscribers in the last couple of weeks. So something's going on. I think and I want to be fair here. You and I both worked at Fox News. I had a generally good experience, but when management changed at the end, then that always happens. When you get new people in, they do things a different way, and I'm happy where I am right now. But in the cable news world, you are making money by polarizing Americans, all right? That's how you make money. So FNC makes money by loving Trump, and CNN and MSNBC make money by hating him. What happens when you do that is when there's a change in circumstance, so Donald Trump is going to leave the stage, most likely in January.
But hey, can I just stop you for a second? This whole bleeding of, I guess, Trump viewers and lovers of Trump or whomever from Fox, their viewers, started with that early call in Arizona. I mean, look, I agree with you but they called, Bill, they called that race while there were still Arizonans in line waiting to vote.
There's a reason they did that, Bolling, and that's what I was trying to get to, all right? So the hierarchy that runs Fox News, they thought that Biden would win. Okay, so they're adjusting now their programming methods, all right, so that Biden doesn't ice them, which he will anyway. I mean, no matter what FNC does, they're going to be on the outs. But the message went out, and not to the prime time players, Carlson and Hannity and Laura, they stayed pretty much the same. But the staff, they said, look, we got to ease up on bashing Biden. Now, I think they made a terrible mistake calling Arizona. Today, Arizona is still in the zone where it could flip to Trump. Yeah. It's still there. So I think they made a terrible mistake. But there's management, Bolling, you're not little Bo Peep. I mean, management tells people what to do.
Yeah, well, I will go in good conscience on television right now. Look at my audience. They've never told me what to do, what to say, or what to ask. I'm pretty sure they didn't do that with you.
Well, you're a lucky guy.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the other networks. MSNBC, pardon me, has Joy Reid over there saying that she believes 538 was the number of votes that it took to flip Florida in favor of George Bush in 2000. Meanwhile, you and I and the rest of the world know 538 are the number of electoral votes, which represent 435 in the House, 100 senators, and 3 for D.C. This is a primetime host.
Yeah, I know, but what do you expect from these people?
More.
Look, I got to say, I don't. I think that NBC News and CNN and the other networks are going to collapse in the next year almost entirely. I don't know what's going to happen to Fox News. I don't know. It's going to be hard when Trump leaves the stage for them. But the others, they don't have any credibility, Bolling. Everybody knew they were in the tank for the Democrats and were trying to destroy Trump. Everybody knew that. My dog knows that, okay? And so what are you now going to be fair? Now you're going to tell the truth after 4 years of propaganda? It's over.
I remember when President Obama won for the first time. I was at Fox, and there were a lot of long faces over there. We were like, what are we going to do? And for about 6 months, our ratings, the network ratings, remember, they tanked. They were down. They were down substantially. Within a year, though, they were back up because we were charged with keeping accountability to the Democrat president, keeping his feet to the fire. Will Joe Biden, if he is in fact president, will he be held to the same standards that President Trump was by MSNBC and CNN?
Is this a trick question?
No. So I want Bill O'Reilly's brilliance on this.
Whatever Bolling, whatever Biden does is going to be the greatest thing that ever happened. Whatever he does. I don't think Biden's going to do anything. You're never going to see him. He's not going to hold many press conferences. He's not going to be around. But whatever he does, whatever executive order comes out of there, it's going to be the greatest thing of all time. Come on, you know that. It's just propaganda USA. That's what we're dealing with. But here's something interesting.
Yeah, go ahead.
Biden's not the most powerful man in the country. Mitch McConnell is.
Yeah. Because
the Senate's going to be Republican. And McConnell's going to be able to block every nutty, far-left progressive thing that's introduced. McConnell is the most powerful man in America.
All right, Mr. Bill O'Reilly, we're going to leave it there. Again, that book that you have out on the New York Times bestseller list, I believe 10 weeks now, Killing Crazy Horse. Bill O'Reilly, everyone, this man writes great books. I read that book. I love it. But I'm looking forward to, can you announce the name of the new book real quick?
Yeah, May 4th, we're coming out with Killing the Mob. The assault on organized crime in America.
That's the one I'm looking forward to.
It's the most controversial. This will be number 10. This is the most controversial killing book. But the reason it's out so fast is because of Crazy Horse. Crazy Horse sold so many copies so quickly that the publisher said, ooh, we got to get the Killing the Mob out.
Bill, I got to go. So I'm just hoping maybe 12 or 13 Killing Bolling. I'm looking forward to that very, very aggressively. It's Bill O'Reilly, everybody.